All right, so last bit of notes for tidal energy. The definition is what you could have pulled from the website that I linked. It's any form of renewable energy in which tidal action in the oceans is converted to electric power. So it is a form of hydropower, a form of water power. So tidal power plants can be used to create electricity. How do they do that? Well, they use an underwater turbine. And you were supposed to define turbine, or you will define turbine for next week's vocabulary. Basically, all it is like a big propeller or fan. And something has to turn that. You're turning mechanical energy into electrical energy. So we can use different things to turn a turbine. In the fossil fuel plants, coal burning power plants, which are the majority of our power plants, they burn coal to heat water to produce steam to turn a turbine. And really, that's all they're doing. So when you see the smoke coming out of the top of a power plant, it's not smoke, it's steam, typically. Or it could be smoke from burning the fossil fuels. But typically what you're seeing is that they're trying to condense that water back down. All right. But the burning of the coal does produce carbon dioxide, which harms our atmosphere. So in a tidal power plant, they have the turbine underwater. So as the tides move in and out, they're turning that turbine. Well, so the turbine spins as the tides come in and out. Or when the water moves. Anytime water moves, you can harness that energy for a water-powered hydropower plant. That powers a generator. And if you learned at some point in science, the spinning turbine is connected to a rod, and the rod has basically it's just a magnet, giant magnet on the end of it. When you spin a magnet underneath a coil of wire, you make the electrons in the wire move. And that's electricity. That's all you're doing is you're trying to spin something, to spin a magnet under a coil of wire to produce electricity. So the turbine powers a generator that produces electricity. There are many benefits you could have listed here. One of the main benefits of tidal power is that it's renewable, meaning you're never going to run out of it. As long as we have water and tides, you'll always have tidal power. There really isn't any pollution associated with it. I'm sure you saw various other benefits to tidal power. You could use any of them. Negative impacts. Well, it's only useful when you have a big tidal range. When you have really high tides and really low tides. I think they said 5 meters was what you needed, the range, to be able to really have a useful tidal power plant. So only useful in places with high tidal range. So really the negative impact is that it's limited. It's also very expensive. There is some discussion or talk that it's potentially harmful to wildlife. There are some discussion as well that says, the tidal power plant turbines move so slowly that they really don't impact wildlife. You have to be careful if it's the shipping industry. You have to put them in places that they're not going to get in the way of ships. They're very expensive to build and maintain. So there's reasons why we absolutely should be looking into this energy source, and there are reasons why we don't have it already. Okay, so that's the rest of your notes. You take the notes wherever you want to, on a Google Doc that I sent out or on paper. Thank you.